So the next assignment that you need to deliver before the next, sorry, my scroll is not working. That you need to deliver before the next session of the course. So on June 1st, next session is on June 20th, if I recall correctly. We're going to ask you to go through the process of submitting a data set using the biodata data management portal, which is an instance of Dataverse. So you first have to identify a data set. Okay, ideally we want you to use a data set that is already published in some form, so associated to a scientific article, something it can even be published already in a different repository, but it must be something that you have the right to publish. So it's either yours, or if it's the colleagues, that your colleague accepts that you will be publishing on their behalf. And then go through the process of publishing it. So we have indications, so look up metadata standards that are applicable for that data set in fair sharing. Then you need to register a user account in the tool and contact us, that we will assign you an area of the portal for you to then submit the data set. And then you have to fill in the metadata. Again, there is information here that you should bear in mind, and you can contact us in case of any doubt about the metadata. And once you are satisfied with your data set submission, we want you to publish it. And then once it is published, we want you to do assessment of the fairness of the data set. So in two ways. The first is a manual self-assessment tool, so a checklist where you go through criteria and you assess yourself the fairness. And the second is an automated assessment tool that you can just provide the DOI of the data set and it will produce a result. And so we're going to ask you to then document these results. So prepare a document that says the metadata standard that you chose for your data set, the DOI of the data set in the data portal, and screenshots of the two fair assessment tools. So the idea is to get you a really in-depth into the process of organizing and submitting a data set according to the fair data principles. So we will go over these in the next session of the course. And that's it. Questions?
There is one question from Manu.
It's from me? No.
Yes.
No. Yes, Daniel, just very quick. Can we use like a fake data set or not?
No.
So you
don't use fake data sets. Sorry, Daniel. Don't use fake data sets, because you will be assigning a DOI, and the DOI is a very
yes, I understand.
It's a very precious thing.
Because if you are not in the area, if I don't have, and probably I don't have nothing from my side, so I need to find something to use it to.
But that's already your first challenge, because a data steward should be able also to help others doing the job. So that could be your challenge or extra challenge.
But please, no fake data sets, because this will be, as Anna said,
real one.
A DOI, it will be permanently out there.
Okay.
So Monica has her hand raised.
Yes, I was going to ask the same question, but I have an additional question. So this is due June 1st, and then we'll have the Data Stewards Lab on June 20th.
Yes.
Okay. That's it.
We need some time to then go over the data set, so we are asking for a few days in advance before the next session. Okay, Silvio.
Yes, I was just asking if we can use data that was already published and deposited in a different database.
Yes, that is okay.
Yeah, I was thinking about, for example, a genome that is deposited at the NCBI, for example.
Yes, that is fine.
That's possible.
That's possible. If the data is yours or associated to your group in some way, that's perfectly fine. We ask you to go through the metadata the management process with more care than the original submission.
Yes.
That's part of the exercise. So be more careful
To improve.
that the metadata is fair compliant. And in the case of large data sets, please don't redeposit the data itself. So just the metadata, you can point to the original data set. So if it's already a large sequencing data set that's in NCBI, so you can just point to the original data.
Okay.
You don't have to actually upload the data again.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
I would like to make a comment. In this cohort, we have already identified, and this was also one of the criteria that we used for the selection. We have identified people that are more prone to policies, others that are more prone to data set submissions, and so on and so forth. So I would like to tell you, pas de panique, and go to your colleagues. This is an excellent opportunity, as I already mentioned to Ana Carvalho. This is an excellent opportunity to engage with others, just as you already have done for the policies in some cases. Set up a multidisciplinary team that can either be the proprietary of the data or be more skilled with the submission form. So don't fear this exercise, and be confident that after this you will be much well equipped to tackle these challenges as data stewards. Another thing that I would like to ask you is to fill the satisfaction survey. Jorge already has done the favor of copying it to the shared minutes. For us, it is extremely important to get your feedback for two reasons, and we would like to stress this with you. The first reason is that this is the first edition, and we expect to be able to improve whatever we are doing. So I don't know if you have noticed, but from the first course to the second part, we already have made some changes, especially regarding the interaction type, but also because when we organize these kind of courses, we need to engage with several stakeholders and funders, and if we cannot present impact, and by this we mean if we cannot learn the effect of the course in our trainees to provide them, we don't have a justification to go further or ourselves to redo or to give up. So it is extremely important that you are very honest, but also very committed to providing us with feedback. Thank you so much in advance. I don't know, Felipe, if you would like to close this meeting, because this was mainly you, and we thank you so much.
Yes, I just would like again to thank all the participants, and we were able to close at time, despite we had to exclude one of the surveys, but this is something that is manageable. And thank you again, and I wish you all the best, and we are here also to support you. So if you have any question, any need to clarify anything that we might help, just contact us. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so let's keep in touch. Bye-bye. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.